This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start that over.
Of despair.
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You will hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair. Balls of Christ, dude.
This is Officer Rodney Farva. You're listening to the hottest show on the net, Late Night with Ed Money.
Why, hello,
Hi.
my friends.
Hello, Ed.
The Late Night with Ed Money.
Hi, everybody.
Which is Late Night with
Keep going, Ed. You can do it.
.com, where through people have real conversations about life.
What?
That's good. I worked right through it.
About life.
You're trying to just,
Thank
you're
you, Jeff.
throwing bottles at me, and I kept talking the whole way. It's perfect. Buddies, members,
Hey, let's pat Ed on the back.
Always like, share, subscribe, tell two friends about the show. Always check out the music. Farshade, we're going to be leaving you with In Love With You. Great song. You're going to love it. Audience members, you're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
What's up?
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
I normally say, now, do you want to be bumped up the list? That way, instead of saying last but not least.
I'm fine with bringing up the rear.
Okay, well.
Of course you are.
Taking it up. Yeah.
Audience members, the newest guy, I'm glad that he's now a part of everything, is Jeffrey Neutron.
What's up, everybody? Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi. And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check is Bueno.
Hi.
So cool. Living in a cave. Are things bad at home and you're like sequestered?
He's on a losing streak at the casino.
Yeah.
So figured he'd join us. He was like, electric bill, one more chance. But he got a free grocery card, so that's cool.
You know what? Speaking of grocery carts, have you? I go to Aldi's now
I
and
knew
then.
you were going to say Aldi.
Right, right.
Should there be a big surprise over us?
No,
Yeah, right.
I love
well,
Aldi.
wait a minute. There's nothing
They have
wrong
good.
with Aldi's.
No, they have great stuff. But
They do.
when you said the cart
Yeah,
and it had to do with money,
that whole thing.
Oh, there you go.
The quarter.
6 degrees of Kevin
yeah,
Bacon grocery shopping.
It's all relative.
Ed, you get your quarterback. No worries.
Well, see, this is how great. They opened a new one in Oberlin.
Right.
All right, and I've gone out to that one just because.
Because the 5 minutes from your house isn't good enough.
Well, what it is Techman Isaac, who lives out in that area,
Yeah.
said, "Hey, man, you got to go check out the new."
Did he say there was hot chicks there?
Yes, he did.
That's why you went.
Right.
So you went out to Sullivan, got your lottery tickets, backtracked to Oberlin, got your Aldi stuff.
Yeah, well, I did, and I stopped in there just check it out.
Was he right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, not all. There's
So I should stop on my way home. What you're saying?
You go to Cleveland via Oberlin.
Just I'll go the wrong way then the right way.
Whoopsie.
Right. No, it's just the fact that if you're going to pay, what's the difference, right? And some of the stuff is good there, and they
Their
aren't
produce is really good.
At Aldi?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they're Trader Jack's.
Right.
Joe's.
Affiliated. I
That's
think.
what I thought.
Well, Joe is the brother.
Oh, okay. His younger brother.
Younger.
He totally
Maybe
made
I'll-
that.
I was like, oh,
Like it
okay.
made him write something down. As soon as you said that. But yeah, I thought it's equivalent to Trader Joe's. And I like Trader Joe's, but it's a little more expensive. And Aldi's is the discounted.
The thrifty brand.
The thrifty, yeah. Well, they do get some of the stuff's good, some's not. You go in there, it's funky the way the aisles are kind of
Yeah,
laid
not
out.
a fan of that.
You know, right?
I told you what happened to me there the first time I went there.
No.
Samantha's like, go there, you'll save money. It's good. And so I was like, okay.
Right, yeah.
All right. So I walk in and I was like, all right, there's no, what is going on? There's people
Right,
with
there's
no bags.
No organization,
There's like no,
nothing.
and I'm looking around. I was like, okay.
Yes, and you
so
gotta pay
I'm turned
for a
off a little
cart.
bit now. First, I couldn't get a cart.
Yes, you got to pay
I had
with
to
a
go.
quarter.
Yeah. Okay. So then now I'm finally in. I didn't even go for the cart. I was like, yeah, no. So I
you
walk in.
didn't want to part with your quarter?
I know. I didn't
Or
want
you
that
didn't
kind of. It was too much. I was starting to
okay.
get anxiety.
Sure,
Okay, I
sure,
get it.
It was too much
right.
pressure.
Thank you.
I didn't know the
Thank you.
like
The procedure.
Like when I picked. I should write this. When I picked my son
Right.
up from school,
Sure.
I fucked it all up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you-
There's a system.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so I go to Aldi. I abandoned the cart, and I'm kind of looking around, and I was just confused. I forgot exactly what I was going to ask,
Right,
or whatever.
right,
but
right.
I couldn't get service in there, so I couldn't call Samantha about what am I supposed to be doing
Sure,
here?
sure.
What's the procedure?
Right.
Didn't know you had to buy your own bags
Right.
or bring your own.
And there was a girl
Yes.
standing by the
That's
meat.
the truth.
So I was like, excuse me, and I asked her like a quick question. She looked at me like I said something rude.
Yes.
It was just a question. It
Yes.
just so happened to be that she was fairly attractive.
Nice.
But,
yeah.
Well, she
I
was
mean, I
standing next
wasn't-
to your meat.
I wasn't, yeah. Quit fingering the loin.
Hey, are those your beef curtains?
Yeah. But so I asked her a
Fingering
question,
the
and she's like,
loin?
oh, like, I'm already feel like I'm in a different
Right.
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just weird. The air, everything is
yeah.
just like different. So she looks at me, and I was like, I'm sorry. I was just wondering if, and this
Right.
guy comes around, of course, can I help you? I was like, easy, Tiger.
Easy.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? No.
Right.
I just I had one thing in my hand. I just
Yes.
put it down and left.
Right.
Should have looked
I
at
just
him and
abandoned it.
should have been like, she seems to be deaf, so I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Where are the toilet
Yeah.
paper rolls?
So I
mean,
just-
it's simple.
I
Just
put
tell
my
me.
one item down and I left,
Nice.
and I didn't go back for 3 years. Never went back. Said, I like Giant Eagle. I like my happy place.
Yeah, you know where
I love
everything's
shopping.
Right. You know where everything's
Yeah,
at.
You know the routine.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Yeah, the
That's
first,
not true. Giant Eagle changes their fucking aisles constantly.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
I
I
go
couldn't-
in for something and it's like, where the hell are the chips?
that's
they were
what the
here
stock
yesterday.
people are for.
Right.
Yeah, they'll answer you without belittling you.
I know you're busy, but stop working
Right.
and help me.
You know who I always ask
'Cause you
now?
screwed it up.
The order pickers. Because they know
Oh,
where
yeah.
everything's
Oh, yeah.
at.
Right.
I'm like, hey, where's the blah, blah, blah? They're like, over there, aisle 3, halfway down, third
Yes.
shelf. All right.
See, yeah.
I don't ask anybody anymore. I Instacart and they get it for me.
Yeah. See, they don't.
I don't like doing that because they substitute things.
Well, yeah, but they check with you. They send you a message.
still.
You're like, is this okay? And you're like, no, bitch. Give me something else.
Oh,
Yeah. See, all these. It's not. They only have maybe 4 or 5 aisles.
yeah, but they have really good produce.
They-
That's the
produce
other reason
for
I
sure.
go there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like at ours for the audience
Is the
out there
horse meat?
they did sell horse
on
meat.
sale.
That's but near
Last
us
year's Kentucky Derby
I
winner.
was just going to say that.
they put Aldi's in the center of like this weird complex, the one right here
Oh.
over by Don Tequila's.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So parking was atrocious.
It's not
there.
parking, it's getting in and out. And the people drive like boobs.
Oh, yeah.
Right, they do.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
crazy.
want to welcome everybody to National Don't Use Your Turn Signal Day. Something on the way I just noticed.
That explains a lot.
It does. It does. And the people that have to turn left before they turn right
Oh.
into their driveway.
Oh, I hate
Like right down
the
the
wide
road.
swingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I told you guys a couple of episodes ago. I had a woman turning left in the turning lane, swung wide right, and almost hit me.
Oh, yeah,
to
that's what
turn
this
left. I was
person
like,
did.
"What are you doing?" I was like, "You've got two
seriously.
lanes, literally two more lanes, and
Yeah.
you couldn't fucking turn left."
Yeah.
God, and if you're in a vehicle with him, he's
Yeah.
a road racer.
Well, you
So
know,
am I.
it's funny you say that because on the way here, I had Mr. Tailgater.
Oh.
And I was going down Cooper Foster.
Oh, God.
And I usually go 5 over there. So I'm doing 40. This guy was so
Right.
close I couldn't see his headlights. I dropped it down to 20.
Did you?
And you can't pass this time of day.
Yeah, you
Right.
can't.
And
He was stuck behind
you
me
know,
until I
that
turned on to
drives-
K.
That drives him crazy.
Oh.
I was so mad at this. This guy was so close. Dude, I was like, okay, boom.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You
bad
want to
enough.
play?
Yeah.
Bad enough we're in Wranglers. We already can't see what's behind us, but when
Yeah.
we don't even see your car,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You know, not to change the subject, but I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
And I've seen this before. Have you ever driven by houses that aren't, they're not big estates or anything, and they're
I live in one.
smaller,
Same here.
maybe
I
maybe
live
a
in one.
trailer or something like that,
Yeah.
and like something caught my eye, and it's like this big light, and I look over, and it was a trailer, and it looked like they really couldn't afford a lot of upkeep and everything else. But I tell you what, they had a 90-inch UHD OLED surround. Oh yeah. It was at least 90-inch TV.
Did you see the box or did you see inside
I could
the
see
place?
through the siding. I could
It
see
was so
people-
bright you could see where the air leaks
it was
were.
it was like an X-ray. You could see people moving about.
It looked like what, Macaulay Culkin's house in Home Alone.
Yeah,
We see
exactly. I tell you what, it was as big as a garage door on the wall. I was like, how the hell?
Maybe they had
That's
a coupon.
amazing. And that's common.
Dude, look, the way TVs are now, I've got a 65-inch that cost $175, and it's awesome. I'm
wow.
not kidding.
How many
Dude,
candle power?
It's a TCL. Dude, it's a TCL Roku TV. I
Right,
got it on sale for
Yeah.
like $175.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
And you only have to buy it every other year.
No, I've had this one for $5.
I'm fucking with you.
Great.
Did you see the new TVs they have? It's a clear panel, a glass panel.
No.
That the picture comes up from the bottom. It's micro LED and it looks 3D.
Wait,
Oh, that's cool.
Look it up. It's going to be at the Consumer Electronics Show. I just saw it online yesterday.
so you stare
Like
at a glass panel.
say you're window shopping.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that window could be a display model or a display monitor. It looks
projects
3D.
into the glass.
It's
probably,
amazing. The glass was though about an inch thick. They showed.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
Can you imagine how heavy that would
That's
be?
what I was saying. I have a 40-inch TV and it weighs 782 pounds. Dry weight.
Dude, my TV weighs
Not-
80.
when it's not on. You know, it weighs more
when it's empty.
Yeah, my TV I got 2 years ago weighs 80 pounds.
Oh, I had a.
Well, it's that one you helped me lift up, remember?
I was going to offer
this
you a.
thick.
I was going to offer Ed a plasma
I'll take
TV.
it. That's the one
It's-
downstairs that you have
58
downstairs?
inch, yeah. And it weighs at least 100 pounds.
What is it, rear projection?
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, it's a great TV because the thing about plasmas is the blacks
Oh, it's the plasma.
Right.
Yeah, the
are
blacks
real
are amazing.
rich and it's
You
I don't have plasma.
You had it wall
No,
mounted.
I'm saying
Wasn't it wall mounted?
yeah, but we lost that wall. now
Pulled the tile
now
down.
there's a window. Yeah.
Glass block.
No, but it's heavy as hell. It really is.
What are you just getting rid of it, or is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there?
I'm not sure.
Are
You
they
couldn't
very?
find a
It's a
wall to
great
support
TV.
Are
it.
they very staticky too? Like they
No.
they get a big arc.
It's
Oh
not
my God.
like- it's plasma. They were awesome. They're just heavy.
When
I mean,
when we were kids, we would take the tinsel from our Christmas tree
And rub it.
throw it on the TV,
And it would
and
stick.
then
Oh,
turn on
yeah.
and off the TV, and it would make
Yeah.
it jump around. Little
yeah.
did I know that sometimes it would hold a charge, the tube itself, and I went to grab
Zap.
the tinsel off, and it blew me across the basement floor.
it's like a what do you call
It's a
it?
cathode ray too. It's a
cathode,
capacitor.
yeah.
It is
A capacitor. I mean.
And then our
Yeah.
dog ate it, and it got stuck in his butt. We had to chase it around the backyard.
Yeah.
He looked like a comet.
Very seasonal.
Yeah,
Your dog ate
ate the tinsel.
Yeah.
Why?
He looked like one of those little kid bike handles with the tinsels on it. But he'd run around. He thought we were playing a game. And my mom's like, catch the dog. He's got tinsel hanging out his butt.
So who had to pull it out of?
It wasn't me. I couldn't catch a dog.
With
I
your
was 7
teeth.
years old.
Did you do with your teeth?
He would have got it himself.
Eventually.
It's like, I always equated that to those little zip cars that had this zip line and you pull it because you grab a hold of it and start to pull and they're like
Call
beep,
him
beep, 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 beep,
a
beep.
T-stick or something.
Yes. Yeah. Those things were awesome.
Dude, do you know
Yeah.
who did that? Was Evil? Was it an Evil Knievel?
Yeah.
Look at Evil
But
Bud.
it had
Yeah.
that. Had the
He had the
rev
crank.
up one.
He had
yeah.
the crank though.
No, there was.
There was both.
there was what?
probably.
There was one. The ones you're talking about were the
SSTs.
Had a
yeah, something like that.
T-stick.
I don't remember what they're called, but there were bikes. They had trucks. They
But the
had
actual Evil Knievel one had a
stompers.
crank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
just started remaking those again. You
Yeah.
can buy them. They're $40.
You could even get the one had him on a motorcycle, or you
Yes.
could get the
Skyrocket?
the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sky Cycle. That's what it's
It's like
called.
I think the new one is Duke something from the Toy Story.
No, this is
They got the Evil Knievel
it's
one.
Evil
too?
Knievel, yeah.
Oh, I need one. That was
Nice.
my favorite toy.
Was this?
was
Does
awesome.
it
Love that
also,
thing.
when you do it, it just explode into flames like he did when he hit the Grand Canyon wall?
If you rig it correctly.
As soon as it leaves the ramp, the chute comes out.
Right, just like in real life.
Yeah. It goes like 18 inches.
He could have probably made it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Dude, and those guys had zero like engineering. They're like, let's just
Yeah.
set this ramp up, Chad.
Yeah, they're
Go
just-
about 50. Let's see what happens.
There's a guy standing there like this.
Absolutely. Built out of
Yeah, a
plywood,
little to the, yeah,
some
there
bent
we go.
nails.
Yeah.
His bike had zero shocks.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get up to 88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's
He's got to produce 1.5 gigawatts.
Dude, it's funny because I remember watching Wide World of Sports, and they had two always in the beginning. You know,
Dun, 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 dun. The guy on the ski jump.
the ski
Agony
jump.
of defeat.
Yeah.
That was a ski jump, and the
Thrill
other
of victory.
is they always
and the
had-
agony of defeat.
they always had Evil Knievel's bike jump. And dude, you know when he did the first of all, I think he rode a Harley.
Yes, and it weighed like 700 pounds.
Yeah.
That was
And he was
He broke
jumping
both
buses.
legs and his wrists.
He
and
broke
everything.
like every bone
He
in his
broke-
body.
he
And they
broke
show
every
it.
bone in his body at least
the funny
once.
part. It's not funny, but I mean, good. As a kid, you'd watch this and you're almost transfixed because
Holy shit! Did you see what he did? He jumped Caesar's fountain.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and that's the one where he landed. He made the jump, landed, and then
He was like a rag
Oh,
doll.
it's all about the landing.
Yeah.
You can just shoot yourself 300 feet. It's the landing.
He didn't stick the landing.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
So
That's where the skill comes in. You could land. You could go sideways 300 feet in the air.
And when you're riding
It's
a
the
panhead with
landing.
no shocks, it's
that-
a little rough.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, they would just set up a ramp. They're like, man, this looks good.
Yeah.
Just go.
right.
Give it a whirl. You got this, Evil.
Yeah.
Do you remember there was also it happened? What's the one in Wellington? Is that the Lorraine County Fair or
Yes.
is that Wellington Fair?
Lorraine County Fair.
Lorraine County Fair. When they had one year when we were 7th, 8th grade, so right around there, they used to shoot a dude out of a cannon.
Oh, yeah, into a net.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? They had
Yeah,
one
and that
year.
had really strong arms. She caught him every time.
Did you ever notice
No.
on those big jumps, like you'd think that it's set up really well and everything.
Oh, no.
But there's always a ramp, and 6 feet later, there's bales of hay.
Yeah, it was like a carnival ride.
There's like no room. Like even if he did a good job,
Yeah.
he's gonna hit this wall like an open barn door.
At 90 miles
Yeah.
an hour. Right. Well,
There's always what is up with that?
I'm telling you, the carnies set it up. Yeah, we'll set that up in a minute, Evil. We're setting up the tilt-a-whirl right here.
So when you land,
right.
bail.
Yeah.
Like, even if you did good.
I remember that because that was the year. What I was saying is that they were shooting because they had the fairgrounds. You went out. They had like the state. I remember the
Grandstand.
grandstand, and I think we saw like Loretta Lynn or
Oh,
something.
they always had
They had
Forder
some-
played there.
right.
Willie Nelson, all
No,
that.
this was so we would have
Partridge
been
Family.
in the early '80s. So for
Yeah.
us, early '80s.
Loverboy.
I want to say
Yeah.
Loretta. It was
country for
someone
sure.
like that dude
Yeah.
was out there, and what they shot, and I'm there. with
They
my
shot the guy
brothers.
over Loretta Lynn. All right, St. Coal Miner's Daughter, we're going to launch this guy right over you when you hit that high note.
but
Stuck the landing.
I think
I think he just shit on Loretta.
I think sporting events should have that instead of the airplanes. Just have a guy shot out of a cannon.
At the Super Bowl.
Over the stadium.
the whole fucking thing. Just
That's awesome.
clear it.
Yeah.
Dude's like,
You could put him in one of those wing suits.
Yes.
And there's
Launch him out of a cannon
Yeah.
and let him try to aim at the hay
He
bales.
would just like end for end.
hits the one dude in the nosebleed
Yeah.
seats because he doesn't make it. Just takes
Yeah.
him out.
They had Evil Knievel's engineers setting this up. Just aim it down a little bit. I think he's
Right.
got it.
Yeah.
This should be good.
But when we were there that year, we went out there and they shot. They would out on the field. Is that the field that they
Whatever
did
it
the
is,
tractor
yeah.
poles? Whatever
Yeah.
they did. They would shoot it, and they had a giant net, like net with like
Yeah.
cardboard boxes and stuff.
Yes, a shit ton of cardboard boxes.
That was the year when he went out because it
He
was
clipped the top, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. You remember it?
Totally.
Like you said, they just kind of.
And he coffin landed.
You remember?
What happened?
Yeah, it was.
He overshot the landing.
Like overshot the netting, and it was. I was a kid, so we were
that was the funniest thing ever.
7th and 8th grade. What
We
would
were
you
like
say?
13, 12, 13 years
Okay.
old.
Just
Yeah.
add 5, basically.
For
to
you.
whatever grade.
Right. So, and I'm sitting with my brothers and my family. We're sitting there, and you hear, and it was the weirdest thing, those cannons, because the explosion would go off, and then like a dead body would just.
But he was alive at the
would go
time.
out. Right, and we did, and we're kids, and this is the time too. It was very inspirational for idiots like me. And
Oh yeah, you're like, wait a minute.
You
I'm
were
gonna eat 'em.
thriving.
You got those firecrackers left over for 4th of July?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I'm going to put my feet in this bucket. You're going to light them and shoot me out of this bucket.
Damn right.
Feel like going outside.
Yes, because we're at that age.
Oh yeah, I got the scars to prove it.
Physics didn't occur
yeah.
to you, any of that. Like you said, the guy just
Right.
kind of did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Especially with our bike ramp designs.
Bike pedals with
Oh, God, yes.
razor blade.
bear
foot-
trap pedals.
Yeah, bear trap pedals. Oh my God.
And
My shins and my calf.
and unfortunately, they didn't start giving him landing ramps until after we started building our ramps. And we're like, oh wait, you're supposed to land on something?
Right.
Shit.
Right.
Right. Well, that year, I remember we're sitting there, and then you heard, and it wasn't like a concussion.
It was like an air
It was
thing. It was
really
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Pneumatic. Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's not an explosion.
That's just for looks.
It's a cannonball, and he just holds onto it.
He catches it on the way out.
Yeah.
Goes for a ride.
Yeah. So what happened?
So
Did he die?
No, I don't remember. him dying.
they
He
never
was fucking-
said.
but here's the part, dude. Is it went boom, and then the dude went up in the air
Over Loretta Lynn.
over
Over the Midway O Boys.
He went down in, and there was like silence for a second.
Well, yeah, because we're like, holy shit, he missed a net. Kinda.
And everyone-
He's all right.
That's what, so.
Well, then he crashed into like a million refrigerator boxes.
we're an idiot.
$40 is $40.
Right.
You got to work somewhere.
It was either this or trying to get a goldfish out of that with a ping pong ball. So
Right.
The
Right.
guy stands up, his neck is there's a bone
Yeah.
sticking
Yeah,
out.
I'm
Okay.
just walk it off. Put some dirt on it.
Well, my dad, I do remember because I was like, Pop, is he gonna? What? And my dad goes, oh, they're all professionals.
It's an act. It's all part of the act.
They're
Right,
all
yeah.
professionals. But you remember there was one. It was
Yeah.
like I said, 7th, 8th grade. We were in there when because the fair was crazy.
I think it was right before the Demolition Derby.
dude, those were crazy too.
I love
Oh
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? That's
Rangus was in one
get out.
Yeah.
for about 30 seconds and he got put out. He was like the first car out.
Dude, that's mental craziness. Dude, talk about insurance nightmare. Can you imagine the whiplash that these guys?
I don't think that
There's a
it's
waiver.
covered.
Yeah, it's not covered. There's
Just
a waiver.
guessing.
And you don't.
I'm just guessing.
And when you
That's-
hold the steering wheel, you don't put your thumbs around it,
Right.
Because you break your thumbs every time
Yeah.
you're like snap.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
No.
that's mental craziness that someone came up with the idea of, hey, let's just
Crash our cars
Yeah,
into each
I would
other.
have liked to seen like the first
Very
first couple
one with no
It was
rules.
just
Right.
at someone's house in their yard.
And you know, back in the day, those cars were steel and
Yes.
weighed 500
Yeah.
pounds.
Yes.
three
Yes.
three
I'm gonna
tons.
say I had a car
Yes.
that was perfect for that. I had a '67 Chrysler Custom Newport. That thing would have drove
Oh my
through
gosh.
anything.
and it had the gas tank right behind you.
You could have gotten hit by 4 cars at one time. It's so big.
I could have kept going with them.
On
just
one
like, come
side.
On. They could have sat on top of me, and I could have just.
You could have
drove
saved
away.
Pinky Tuscadero in that episode.
Yeah.
I could have.
It's-
He had like 3 T-bones
Right.
and a porterhouse.
And I was just going to say a strip.
yeah. All of it.
It's the only car that came with a refrigerator attachment to it.
Well, that was the trunk.
I had aircraft trying to land on me. It was crazy. It was huge.
That is
I
big.
just the word,
That's
the
really,
word association
really big.
made me think of that, and I wanted to tell him because we were talking about girls before you came in. We'll
Yeah.
get to your subject in a second.
Yeah.
Was it a serious subject? That
No, none of it's
okay.
serious.
That
Have you heard this show?
Right, no, his subject. Who knows? That we were talking about girls in shows when we were young, younger shows. Dude, have you ever,
Like the
What
natural
kind?
beauty.
well, that too.
What kind of
And
shows are we talking?
Not only no, just regular shows. Well, I sent him. I had to ask. Was it you or Monk that I asked the Bugaloos? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, that was
the Bugaloos and shows like that. But then
Sid and Marty Krofft shows.
as we got
Banana
older,
splits.
yeah.
dude, they've had talent. There were actors. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Actors that were portraying different ages, like someone who was 26 portraying a teenager.
Like what's her
right.
name in Grease? She was Rizzo in Grease.
yeah,
she
yeah.
was like 40, and she was
Yeah.
trying to be an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
kidding, was
I'm
she?
watching one now.
yeah.
Thundermans.
Never heard
It's
of it.
a kids show.
Yeah.
It's popular more about 7-8 years ago, but because I think they stopped film. But the girl on it, she's supposed to be like 14. She's twins with this guy Max, and she's hot as hell. So I was like, while my son's watching, I Googled who it was. And I was like, swimsuit photos or anything, checking it. I was like,
Yeah.
right.
which one do you think's hot, Max? He's like, probably the daughter, because the mom looks great too.
Right.
But
Is
they're
the
like
mom
in their
younger
20s.
than the daughter?
There, yeah.
No, but I mean, yeah. And the guy, you can see he shaves.
He's supposed to be 14.
Yeah, he's like
Wait,
13.
Did he know
whatever.
Byron? Because I think Byron was shaving at 10.
Yeah.
Right. See, this is the thing that it kind of gets me about TV. I think it's misleading and wrong that they do that. I mean, I love I even have it on DVD, which is not a show. What's the role of
What
the
show?
eyes?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
What show?
With Smallville. You ever watch
Smallville.
Smallville?
I love
that's dumb.
Smallville.
Is that Superman?
Terrible.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's
Yeah.
Maybe the dumbest ever. I've never seen it.
Oh.
I don't know who's in it. Nothing.
Okay, well, it's supposed to be when Superman was in high
school.
High school.
Oh.
Right.
All right, like he's going through the Superboy phase.
But he's actually
out.
Superman already.
he's already
because
Superman because he's
Oh,
Kryptonian.
yeah,
But
yeah.
No,
I'm
because
out.
he's 30 in the series.
the
Yeah.
character Tom Welling
Dumb.
was look at him. Just,
Well,
look at him laughing.
They were
at
all
himself.
older. They were all older
No.
than the kids.
No.
Yeah.
Tom Welling was in his 20s.
Right.
But Kristen Kruk, who played
Kruick.
Oh my
Crick?
gosh, he's
Crook.
probably got a poster. Sounds
Kristen
like
Crook.
Well, he laughed.
very into it.
He laminated it so he
Yeah.
doesn't ruin it.
That's what the tattoo is.
She was beautiful.
She was.
She was
Oh.
beautiful.
She still is. She's still
But
gorgeous.
she was
She's
in her
a new one.
teens.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they were making out in the show.
right. Dude,
Oh.
just
Well,
like,
she had to be 18 then for
just,
that.
just
right?
like here's the crazy
I
part
would
that,
say,
that
I
kind of bothers me when you look back on it. Like, what was the movie? Brad Pitt was a vampire.
Interview with a Vampire.
Thank you. Was that with Christian Slater
No, that was with
Yes.
Tom Cruise.
Christian Slater was the interviewer.
and Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise
Interviewer.
was, or
She,
yeah, Tom Cruise was.
Chris, what
That
is it?
hair,
Yes,
Bo Bridges.
it
But
looked
it
like
had,
it
that
looked
was-
like Aliens Attack.
Just wanted to say a name.
that was
and
Kirsten Dunst's first
feel like
movie.
I was part of it.
Was it?
Yeah, as I recall, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was
He's just
Kirsten Dunst's
randomly
first movie.
throwing names. No, but she was
Lauren Green.
Kristen Dunst, who played.
Kirsten.
What did I say?
Kristen. It's Kirsten. Dunst,
Kirsten.
not
Was I-
Kristen.
was I
Dunst.
And
close?
it's Kristen.
Kristen's her cousin that never made it.
Stewart.
Kristen Dunst.
She was the one with the hair lip.
She's doing an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Her cousin was Kristen Did.
Look at them all laughing.
That was a good one.
Even he's laughing. Look at that.
I love that.
Yeah, like, oh wait, audience, hold up your beer again.
Oh, shit,
You can
sorry.
see the 99-cent tag when I
Yeah.
got him the beer. the beer.
You probably won't be getting these anymore because I'm pretty sure they shut down.
Yeah.
So get them while you can.
Well,
Platform.
she was a tweener.
And she was like 11, 12.
yeah, and she was supposed to kiss Brad Pitt in that. You know, that's what
Oh.
she. Yes, and
It
it's
should have been Rob Lowe.
Oh.
Rob Lowe,
Just
Chad Lowe,
saying.
Kick Lowe.
Yeah.
She gave him a peck instead of the actual
Right.
kiss that was in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. But dude, you know they're trying to remake movies that
I
you know,
hate that.
they shouldn't.
All right. So speaking of that, I think HBO Max. I'm not sure which channel. It was HBO Max or maybe Amazon. I don't remember. Did a series of Interview with a Vampire. So much better than the
Really?
movie
Really?
I
because
didn't even
it's
know
more
that.
accurate. Like
To the book?
yes.
Well,
yes.
when
Well, I'll have to
Anne
make-
Rice writes, she goes into so much detail,
Yeah.
it gets annoying. There was an old wooden door
Right,
yeah.
right.
with 17 knots on the right side.
See, I didn't see the first one,
Now-
so I'll make sure that I don't see this.
But I will warn you that it's a lot more. Since it is more like the books, there's a lot more homosexuality. There's a lot more interracial, which
Maybe
is
I'll
fine.
watch it.
But some people
I'm
are
back in.
Some people are, offended by that kind of thing. But that's a fair warning for you all. But
Wayne's gonna
but
dip
it
his
is.
toe in the vampire.
back
And and to your point, the girl that plays Kirsten Dunst's character, I can't remember her name,
Right.
in the book, is played by a girl who's older, so she's more
Really, yeah. What,
appropriate for
Developed.
the age.
well, here's
no. Yes and no. I mean, she still plays a young girl, but she's
Yeah.
old enough to play
I
that
got you.
character.
I was hung. I'm all over. Because I don't know anything about what you guys are talking about. So.
Did you? Now, I watch a lot of movies, blockbuster stuff.
I
Like
Well,
watch
you got
tons
nothing
of
else
movies.
going on.
I watch tons of movies.
Okay.
Always have. Yeah.
Just different genres that you're into. Are you? What are you into?
no,
Like,
mostly English.
no, I mean,
Ed still gets DVDs mailed from
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, my envelope came in the mail.
Columbia House.
You know, if you keep them long enough, they just bill you and they're yours. I found that out.
Oh, really?
But oh yeah,
They're like, it was $20. Just
Yeah.
we're even.
yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah,
it'll
you're
cross
good.
my-
No, they do.
it'll cross my-
I had one that I thought I sent back, and like 2 years later, they're like, "We just billed you for
Yeah,
it."
once you
and I found
once
it
you
and went,
spend
"Oh."
enough in late fees, it equals the cost,
You
and they
just-
just write it. They're like, it's yours.
Please be kind. Rewind.
Yes.
Wait, you gotta
dude.
rewind the DVDs? Shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's when things were different.
Yeah, you had to go to the video store to rent DVDs and VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And to get to the adult part, you had to go to the loud, creaky, swinging doors.
Or the beads. Oh yeah.
Oh, somebody went back to the porn section.
And everybody knew you were. You know, I was just back there to look at the boobs on the cover,
And then walk out.
And then to rent one, you had to take the cover up to the desk.
Yeah.
You're like, I like
Yeah.
this one.
Oh,
Yep.
can you get Beaver House 99 out of there
Yeah.
for Jeffrey Street,
Yeah.
please? Oh, he's rented this one 3 times already.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the sequel.
That was always a magical place, though.
Yes.
When you walked into.
And you were hoping your movie was there.
Yes.
Yep.
So I went to Cleveland State, and I lived downtown, and this is like '87. So
So you were always at Becky's.
So Blockbuster was in its heyday.
there was a
everything.
well, there wasn't the chain ones yet. There was like just like mom and pop ones or
There was
whatever. but
Rocky's Adult Emporium.
There was one downtown, and I was like, you know what? I had a couple extra bucks. I'm gonna join. And back
it was
then
$4.
it was like, well, no, to rent, yeah, but you had to be a member of the club. So
Yep.
it was like
Yep.
$50 just to become a member.
see, it was only
for
like
the privilege
$4.
of it.
Yeah.
So I go in there. I was like, they're like, I was like, hey, you know, and I was living right there. You know, I had a player I could borrow or whatever. So I went in there and I was like, hey, I'd like to become a member. She's like, oh, I don't know if we're selling memberships anymore. I was like, why not? I got money. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm ready to
right,
go.
right.
They're like, she's like, let me check and ask the manager or the owner. She comes back. She's like, he said it's okay. So it's $50, and there was like $6, $7 to rent, like one of
Yeah,
them.
Right.
And I went and I left, and like 2 days later, I went back to return it, and it was closed, and they were gone. It no longer existed.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Did you keep the tape?
I was so pissed. You know, I don't. You know what the thing is? I think I had returned it, and I went to get another one or something. But they took my money, knowing they were done. They just took it.
Oh God.
Oh, and that was a lot of money, whatever it was.
Back in the day, that was
then,
a lot,
of money. Back
Shit, that's
then.
a lot of money right now.
yeah.
I worked like 5 hours or something.
Right. Yeah.
8 hours for $50.
Right. Right. Oh God. Yeah.
So-
Dude. Again, times.
Speaking of electronics,
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a quick one.
Go ahead. Yeah.
USB connectors, USB cables.
Hate those
Oh,
fucking
cables,
things.
I you know what? I'm a gambler myself, kind of,
Okay.
you know. I like it.
Yeah.
But I've done better at flipping a coin in my lifetime than I have. I'm on a roll with
The
USBs.
odds of putting it in right.
I'm telling you, I am like 1 for 40. Because I get it wrong. There's no markings. I think maybe there's you could see plastic on one side with 2 dots.
There's two dots on each side, but one
Right.
is light and one is dark.
Right.
And one of them's supposed to be upright. But I just when I finally get it and plug it in, I put a dot on the top of the USB plug.
Well, but
so I
not
know.
all of the plugs. Sometimes they're plugged upside down. The kids have them or whatever.
Wayne's saying he's
it's
so
like,
bad he fucks up a USB-C port.
oh yeah, oh those are like heaven. I love those.
I'd say a lightning
I
port.
I think that they could replace the coin toss at the Super Bowl
just to see if they put it
with a USB plug. Nobody would win.
No, dude,
Nope. Nope.
Dude,
Nobody's
the pregame would be
Nope.
like a half hour.
Oh my
They're
god!
all like,
Can you
"Come
imagine?
on."
Oh my gosh!
This is an actual dumb question associated with that.
No.
Well, no, well,
From you?
when this
Never.
this week I was at Ziggy's. For audience, always check out Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant. Which
Yes.
we mention them, and anything else we ever mention, please check it out.
Just came
But-
from there.
Yes, and like, share, subscribe.
Bye, Wayne.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell 2 friends. Always listen to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, but latenightwithedmoney.com.
I was going to say where?
So I was at the bar, and I happened to sit down. This is right in line with what he just said.
Okay.
Because I had never
Been in a bar before?
No, I'd never heard of this. I sat down, and who sat next to me was Poolman Paul. Do you know Paul, bald head guy, married 46 times, and
I'm sure one of these
Had-
times
had-
it'll work out.
had a twin brother who passed on.
Nope. Do I know? Do I know him?
Yeah. He'll write down the name. But he sat down next to me, and
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he was doing some electronic work there.
Mr. Happy.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
You know who that is? Now, yeah, he's always
Oh,
cool.
absolutely.
He's always cool with me. He's
Yeah,
a little
but he's-
temperamental.
He's Mr. Negative, angry, everything. Look how sunny it is out. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Bothers my eyes. Oh, everything's just a dark cloud over him.
He's going to be coming on.
I love him, though.
He's going to be coming on. We're
Good.
trying to figure a day to get him on.
Good.
He
I
even
will-
said-
I will be here
He even
100%.
said, he goes, I'll make sure it's a day.
Oh,
Him
yeah.
and Councilman Joe, they said they
Oh,
can't.
my
They want
gosh.
you to be here.
I'm going to wear like a shoulder pads and a helmet.
Are you afraid to get beat up?
Oh, they're going to try.
So he was telling me.
Can I help? Or
And I was
Okay,
gonna.
sure.
This is a question I'm asking you guys. I had never heard this. They did. I guess
this is called a paycheck.
They replaced some of the he replaced some of the TVs.
Yeah,
that
right.
Larry, because
Sure.
so many will burn your retinas.
I've had a couple.
Oh, have you? Okay.
The replacements, yeah.
That he ran an HDMI cable, and he said that he had problems. He said it couldn't figure out. Was it? Have you ever heard that? This is a real. I'm asking a question, not a jokingly. HDMI's run in one direction. Evidently, him and Councilman Joe were saying when they hooked it up that it didn't work, and then when they switched it around the other way, that
Everything went backwards.
HDMIs are bi-directional.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they're not.
They're actually control wires and video
He
transmitting.
insisted. He said that there's some type of module on there because it's an extension, a booster.
Oh, maybe that
It was
changes
so
it.
long for
He said it's
signal loss.
100 feet, which was
Okay.
100 foot
Yep, yep.
HDMI.
Now I get it.
And I'm asking, have you ever heard of that?
No, but it
No,
makes
but I
sense.
imagine there's something that sends a signal.
Right.
Yeah, but it should
And there's
be
nothing
like
going back and forth.
It's like a guitar cord. You plug it; it should work either side, right?
Yeah, but it's not. You're talking video and audio.
yeah, I think he's-
I'm just doing audio on a guitar cord.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're just a little confused.
Yeah, I was very
Yeah.
confused when he
Yeah.
told me, and even Councilman Joe. I'm asking
Because
as an
you're talking
education.
about signal loss,
Right.
or a line loss in something that long.
There's an input and an output on a TV also.
Right.
So why would they? But you said there's an inline booster that changes everything. I
Yeah.
imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm
I
asking.
said I imagine.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that the cables they were using were unidirectional because of the
Keyword.
length.
He said it.
So
Imagine.
that means instead of being flipped on either end so that they translate back and forth, it's only
Yeah,
one
it would be
directional from
crossed.
that box.
Right.
So it's probably from the box that was the booster going to the TVs that was unidirectional. So the cords had to be facing also the same
I
direction.
never heard of.
I've never heard of that.
I never
Neither
heard of a
have I.
USB or a
HDMI.
HDMI needing signal back in any way.
So my
You know what I mean?
my
There's no
surround
output.
sound.
I'm asking this to
It's
educate
either an
myself,
input or an
because I-
output.
Right.
Right. So I'm giving you an example. My surround sound system at home, I have one cord going from the television to the surround sound.
Right.
Right.
HDMI.
Right.
It's bi-directional.
Right.
When the television turns on, it turns everything else on.
Right.
So when I turn on a different input, it will turn on that
But I
unit.
wouldn't say that's bi-directional because I don't think it's there is it might give an impulse or a signal, but it's not giving actual data.
It does
feed.
actually.
It just says it's on.
When I tell my television to switch to
I think you're wrong.
No, when I tell my television to switch. Okay, here's a good example.
Ooh, we got an engineer versus an electrician.
I have never driven a train.
When I turn on my Xbox, it turns on the television and the surround sound because it sends a signal to the surround sound that knows it's getting a signal that then sends a signal to the television from the surround to turn on the TV.
But does the toaster work?
Yes, every time.
Well, then there you go. You got me.
And I control everything from the TV remote. So if I turn on the Xbox and I put it onto that unit, it'll turn on the Xbox in turn.
Oh,
because it's back and forth.
Oh, you want to go ahead? 'Cause I do have more questions. But
Since
go
I'm
ahead.
thoroughly confused, and he's probably right because he's balding like me and he looks fairly intelligent.
And the glasses.
I have those, but mine are broken.
Oh, well.
So I have this brand new phone that sits in front of me.
Oh, God,
And it
that's
has a
new right there?
Brand new, yesterday. Because I dropped my other one in a hot tub and I watched the signal.
You're
But it's good underwater. I've taken pictures underwater,
Oh, yeah.
everything. Samsung's, they're amazing.
Well, what
but
happened?
it's 3 years old. So I think it got in the jack, the port. It was starting to have problems with that. But anyhow, I traded it in and I got this new phone and it's amazing. And they give you like 3 things you could get when you trade it. And it's like part of the package.
Corn, potato chips, and chip dip.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's what I chose.
Potato
Excellent.
salad.
Yeah,
Did you
'cause
say
I don't like
potato
root beer.
salad?
So anyhow, I was all excited. Everything's all C. I don't have to worry about which way it's going in. Everything.
Sure,
And they give you this this really nice charging, like a little
Wireless
mini
charger?
battery. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll charge my phone or other things for like a
like
day.
a power thing
It's
you
got a
can bring
USB
with- yeah.
and a
USB-C.
C that you could use it to
To carry around with you.
to
in case
charge things, but it's very small. It's convenient, really nice. So I was excited about that. I was like, well, I need to charge it up. So I go to take it and I go to plug it in, and it's a USB. Like, really?
Son of a bitch!
I mean, it's like an RCA jack on my UHD TV. It's like, why? Why?
Right. Hello,
Like,
dinosaur.
what- are you kidding? I yelled out loud. Samantha's like, what are you yelling about? I was like, there's a USB on the freaking brand new modern, I just can't believe that. I hate USBs. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if
How do you really feel?
Right, yeah.
that is weird.
Oh, Samantha will know. I'm like, damn it, I lost again. She's like, USB? I'm like, yes. Every time.
This is education first before we something else, because I want to understand this too. That I have a Roku, all right, and it's Roku on its own with a HDMI out of the Roku into the TV.
Right.
If I'm watching on my TV and for Lord knows what, this Roku will just turn on, and it has. It turns in on its own. It changes the channel on the TV to the Roku input.
Yep.
What do you think is causing it? Since you have more knowledge,
Look around, Ed.
It's the
Look
only.
around.
Maybe because it's the only signal that's being sent to the TV. It checks the TV smart.
Right. This is the same as what I was talking about. When I
Right.
turn something on, it turns
Totally
on my
agree.
television because it got a signal to that HDMI port and it switched to the most recently active HDMI
well, see,
port.
Right. I agree with that
On my
100%.
TV, I don't normally watch. There's no cable input. I usually use
Yeah.
the smart part of it and watch YouTube.
Right.
Still,
He has to strip wires and put them in and tighten up the thing on them.
He's got a cable connected to his neighbor's house.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reason it changes channels is because your
neighbor just turned on his television.
signal is
Have you ever
weak.
seen? Have you ever seen? Dude, I even have one in the other room that I got from garage
What?
sale or something.
Right, Roku?
No, I love
Mike,
my-
did you get the Roku new or?
Yeah, I got it from the Ohio Lottery because when I
How old?
turn in
How
my
long ago?
points, they don't even make this one version anymore.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's wooden. It's wooden with lead paint.
yes.
Yes.
Don't chew on it, Ed. Like, remember our
Yeah.
old pencils in school?
Oh, yeah.
You know we're all fucked from that.
Yeah,
It's got RCA jacks and you gotta watch it on channel 3.
yeah.
You got to switch it over to little. Do you think like the
Little
old
thing on the back,
Ataris?
you gotta switch the back.
Game TV. Game.
No, I usually watch the YouTube, but I like the Roku. It is that's amazing.
It's like a Fire Stick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the
Yeah.
Fire
So
Stick
I like
a lot,
Fire
though.
Stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're way better, aren't they?
Probably.
You
I
think
think
so?
so.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't change my TV channel.
There's no asbestos in it.
Or lead.
Right.
Or lead products.
Yes.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
How do you get asbestos?
Don't crack the body of it.
Radiation.
Those PCBs will come out. They'll leak out like the old Transformers.
Are they actual bees?
Yes.
They're PCBs.
Dude, wait.
They're politically correct.
Go to the. You said the heaven and hell. Well, let's do that real quick
like
too.
that.
You said mentioning about is there a heaven?
I'm on fire tonight. Carry on.
I just quickly. I didn't see it, and you could do some research because you have time, right?
You can research it, heaven or hell.
So, well, no, it's like a website that you go, or an 800 number. It's like an 800 number. Heaven or hell are you going?
Oh.
You can call and see if you're going to heaven.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah. You just call.
Is it like that billboard in Southern
Take
Ohio?
some mystery out of it. Just call them.
Do they ask you questions
I
or
think
do they
you
just
have
give
to,
you
like,
an answer?
You have to tell them all your sins and stuff like that. And they all right. They're doing like a little,
They have a flow chart.
they weigh it out. Yeah. They have but apparently that's what it is. It says heaven or hell.
I know
are
the
you
loophole,
going?
so
Are
I'm
you
going to heaven.
Yeah.
You're kidding
I
me.
swear to God. Yeah.
There's a
I
loophole?
swear to God.
There's a loophole.
Yes, I know where I'm going.
There's a loophole. If you repent on your deathbed and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and
That
Savior,
makes
you'll
no
go to heaven.
sense.
Oh, you're good
Who
then.
says this? This makes
According
no
to the
goddamn
Bible, that's
sense.
what is in there. You guys talk about the Bible.
You know,
I'll
Ed's
tell
going to
you
be
about
like,
the Bible.
they have day-old apples at Aldi's.
I was taught this. I was taught this in Catholic school, so it must be true.
Boom.
I'm telling you.
Everybody
I'm gonna
cue
look
up
it
the hate mail for Jeffrey.
That's right. I'll accept it. I don't care. I'm not going to read it.
But we are going to just letting you know. I am going to have
He's going to go to hell.
Pullman Paul's going to be on the show, and I saw. I'm going to say his name. I saw this cat, dude. We're getting old. I even called him right after it happened. You won't know because someone we went to school with. That his name's Aaron, and
Oh, yeah.
on the list.
Okay.
On the list.
What's up, Aaron?
Yeah, and who listens to the show? Thank you for listening. I am so thankful that I am learning how many people listen. Since you listen and you tell me, like, share, subscribe, tell 2 people.
Wow, way to guilt him into it.
2 people other than Ed. He already listens.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Yeah, I know.
I keep getting requests to join this.
I know, it's weird.
But I saw him the other day. I went to Drug Mart. And
That's weird.
This is the day that I called you.
Speaking of Drug Mart, not to change it,
No, go
Rite
ahead.
Aid is closing.
No,
What?
stop
What?
Our Rite Aid's closing. I go to that over Drug Mart because
Dude.
I can run in and run out
Are
real
you
quick.
saying-
The girl there gives good shots.
Yeah.
She's good and she's cute.
What do you mean? She
They got a pharmacy there.
I get all my
Pharmacy
shots are
booster
something
shots.
you get when you have medical.
What? What's a bad shot versus a good shot? I've never-
One, they suck. Dude, you've never had somebody bad at it?
You know what she does? When she
licks it.
She takes a syringe. The needles that with the virus the
Antiviral, whatever it is.
whatever.
It could be a shingles vaccine.
Yeah, whatever it was, but it was for COVID.
Okay.
She said the needles they give you are really stout. They're heavier. And she goes, for you, I draw it with that needle, and then I change the needle and put a good, more of a user-friendly.
Right.
And I never felt it. She
They don't
was
use, like,
amazing.
a
every
crochet
time.
needle or anything like that.
It's one of those things you inject meat when you're grilling.
Yeah. It's one of the ones where they check tuna for fat. It's like a core sample.
They're eyeing me up afterwards. Oh, he's going to the sushi restaurant.
Oh yeah, he'd be good to eat. Yeah, he'll bring a shiny panty.
So anyhow, you go to Drug Mart, you see Aaron.
Yeah, dude. Look, I go in, and this is where it's the first time I had someone our age. He said he was a really cool guy. He's going to be coming on the show.
Right on.
I'm just going to call him Runner Aaron. That you know who I'm talking about. It's on the list number 3.
Oh God, I have a great story about him.
Anyhow.
You can
wait
tell
for him to come on the show.
Yeah, I will. Let's just wait.
Okay, so I saw him, and for the audience out there, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
He's a runner.
I'm not.
He used to be. And he lived in a development behind me. Remember my old house?
Yeah.
I had the chief of police right behind me, and then Aaron was.
Oh, and that guy that came over to your 4th of July party and tried to beat up the SWAT guy.
Yes. You didn't hear this? I'll totally tangent and go to that real quick.
No, just talk about Aaron.
Keep going.
Write it down and bring me back to that.
I
Oh
wrote
God!
something too.
Yes, he tried to beat up. I had a SWAT guy there because, like I said, chief of police was right behind me, real cool guy, and the SWAT guy lived right by me. So we had this that's the part of it where they didn't like the fireworks, and he wanted to beat up to something like,
because every time one went off, his dogs would shit on the carpet.
Yeah,
and he'd come up here. This guy was built like me, just not ready to fight.
Right, yeah, we'll get back to that, but yeah, so
Screaming.
So
anyhow,
so Aaron would run through our development all the time. I'd say, "Hey man, how you doing? You know, good guy.
You want a beer?
A
Twinkie?
jogger. No,
Which I didn't get running. I don't understand it because isn't it really bad on your right? He's shaking his head. It's bad on your back
and knees.
Bad on your knees, your ankles.
That's just your reason. It's healthy to run, to jog. I mean, it's higher impact and blah blah blah. That's why biking is good. But
I could see
It's
biking.
you know what?
Walking.
It's not bad for you.
What about
He's
water
jogging.
aerobics? What if I
How
did water
rude.
aerobics?
Yes.
Water aerobics is actually really good for you.
You keep jogging, you're gonna die.
It's low impact and more resistance.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely, yeah.
So what if you
That's why all the
What if you,
80s,
like-
70s, and 80-year-olds do it.
what if you crank one out in the pool? Will you get a bigger forearm?
I mean,
Just asking.
probably.
Egg drop soup,
What do you do? I've been doing water whacking.
water whacking.
These old ladies are getting out. It looks like somebody loogied on them. All the shower babies floating around in the pool.
Filter all clogged, making it sound.
Wow.
It looks like that 20-year-old clump of hair you pull out of your drain.
I know
Looks like
Why
New
is
York sewers and and Ghostbusters too.
Why is it hairy?
That's actually the water whacking instructor.
I'm the only guy.
And switch
He's
hand.
a towel boy.
I'm the only guy with sperm that has teeth.
Ew, that's
It's
disgusting.
mutated from all the chlorine.
Hair and tooth fragments. I thought that was a mole.
That was my brother.
Right, exactly.
it has a
Comes out, he's got one latched on his elbow skin.
Yeah, yeah.
Get it off!
That's not a skin tag. That's my brother.
He's my brother.
That's why he bleeds so much when you cut it.
It's his conjoined
He's got his own, yeah.
conjoined twin sperm.
Right.
It's the only conjoined twin with a 720 credit
With a tail.
score. 720 credit score. No, so I you know the dude, he would run on a real nice guy.
Pretty good score.
It is.
I was just thinking that. I'm like,
better than
okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, how's your sperm's credit score better than yours?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, because it doesn't live in the pit of despair. It lives in the pool.
I use it as a source of reference.
This is co-signer.
Instead of tapping at checkout, you have to smear it.
He's getting mail for it here. Return to sender. Doesn't live here. Lives at the rec center.
So a good guy, but he's a run. Again, I thought running was bad for him. He said
For me, it is.
that he started having
Lower back pain and stuff.
lumbar, and
Yep.
and
That's your
something
lower
there's
back.
is it a C7 something up here in the neck where does that make sense?
Yeah,
Vertebrae.
because you're
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he said it did something there that caused a sciatic nerve.
Yeah, his
okay,
discs are herniated,
Right.
you know?
Right.
But that's lower.
Right,
That's,
that's
where
from-
you're...
compression.
from
Yeah.
compression.
Compression.
I
The
totally
constant
agree
expansion
with
of
that.
compression.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, but I wouldn't say just flat. It's not a blanket statement to say jogging
Right.
is bad for you.
Well, no, I'd rather walk.
I mean, it's not. It's not bad for you when you're the right weight. Like you see these guys
Consider
in
the
the marathons
source.
and stuff. They run, and I don't think the impact on their legs is the
Right.
same as you
See,
going from the couch.
I'm more of a driver. I'm not running.
You're more of a time for timer.
Yeah.
A hanker for a hunka. A slab a slice of chunka.
Right.
If
So
I'm
he-
going 28K, it's in my car.
I see him there, and I've got. It's funny because I go, well, dude, what are you doing here? He said, God, I got to buy. He's buying his little bag. He's got a basket. I got a basket. And I looked down at his basket. He's got these things called salon spas.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, yeah.
salon pass.
Would you
Salon pass.
salon
Yeah.
pass? Not
Oh, we have
spas?
Mr. Dyslexic over here.
Salon spas.
It had shrimps next to it.
It's just like it's just a patch you
Right.
put on.
Icy
that
hot
has,
patch.
like,
Right.
yeah,
He had-
basically, yeah.
He had those. He had like a Bengay kind of rub.
Yep.
He had a couple other things in there, and then he goes, "What are you doing here?" And he looks over at my basket. And
There's a roll of duct tape, some Visqueen,
a case of Peeps.
and lube.
off color peeps.
Queso peeps. The Christmas ones because they're coming out with the
Exactly what I was going for.
I like it when they get hard, like me.
because they got to make room for the Easter ones, so they're getting rid of the Easter.
Exactly.
Well, the Valentine peeps are coming out
exactly
first.
my train of thought there.
so he looks over, and I've got kind of the same thing. Patches. I got
Goose liver.
I got all the same exact thing because for my mom, because she.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's for your
Right.
Bam.
Mine are for your mom too.
Is the lube for your mom?
Ooh.
Just the hers. The his is for him.
I like the cinnamon stuff. It tingles on my loins.
So this is the part that I even called Chuck. I said this was the first time that I ever had. I had to write it down because I thought when Aaron told me this. Remember when I told you?
Yeah.
As soon as he called me up, he goes, "Something's going on with me, man." I go, "Really?" And he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And he's got family and all that. I go, "You all right?"
Still talking about the same guy?
Same guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I said,
Oh, he's a talker.
Whoa. And here's the thing. I think, I talk, I have found myself because of my
Rambling?
dad. No. I like to tell a vivid story. No, because of my dad.
Ed Rice.
And my mom. I catch myself talking louder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they don't hear as well. So, you project a little more.
Sure.
This dude talks.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Like he's deaf.
Oh, he could out-talk you in a talking marathon.
And he really projects. Good guy.
And he stutters, too. When he gets all excited.
But I've cured mine for the most part. But yeah. I told you I stuttered.
We don't care, Ed. Get on with the story.
It's not about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on with the Aaron story.
Your show is not about you. Continue.
All about you.
So he
Late night with whogivesashit.com.
So he tells me, he goes, "Ed, man, something's going on with me." I go, "What do you mean?" He says, "Ever since I hit 50, I go, well, I get word, we notice Pop's whistle." I said, "Dude, what's the matter?" He said, "You know how I used to run?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "My knees are killing me, back's killing me." He goes, "I don't know what it is." And all of a sudden I like White Claw. And I went, he didn't miss a beat. And he just goes, "I'm drinking White Claw all the time."
Oh, yeah.
And I go, what was that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he just goes, "I just drink White Claw."
Oh, yeah. He's all over the place.
Why?
That would lead to something else. Yeah. I don't think he could finish the story without. Yeah. And,
So I had to ask him why. He goes, I can't drink beer. It's too filling anymore.
All right, I can see that.
Yeah.
So he
I
goes,
can see that.
"I'm kind of hooked on White Claw with my wife."
Oh, yeah.
Is White? I'm not a fan of White Claw. I've had sips. I've never drank a whole one. Is
I
it
like
not
the
filling?
High Noon. High Noons are good.
Is that by White Claw?
It's vodka
No,
soda.
it's similar. It's a soda water with
I
alcohol
like
in
it.
it. Yeah, it's
I
not
like
bad.
it.
I do like High Noon better than White Claw.
I don't mind it at all. It's
Is
good.
it still a malt liquor or is it actual vodka?
No,
in
it's
it?
vodka
actual
soda.
Oh, okay.
Flavored, and it's really good.
All right.
I just buy the two and mix them.
It was just the first time I had a grown man tell me out of nowhere that he was drinking White Claw as he had patches for pain.
Well, it helps.
Yeah.
I get it.
You put a patch on, drink a White Claw.
Yeah.
Put a patch on, drink a White Claw.
He needed to vent.
That's his new exercise. Instead of running, he 12-ounce curls, lidocaine patch.
I can get that. Here's the thing too. I've noticed that at our age that do you watch? Well, he doesn't. You're dieting ish.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Now, do you have to watch not only what you eat, but you watch volume and you watch what you're eating, right? Or no?
Volume and when. Yeah.
Because you can't. You said with this new thing, you don't eat as much.
Well, he'll go home
Not
tonight
nearly.
and eat a big dinner before bed because that really helps.
Yeah. No. I just. You know what? A big dinner for me is like 25% of what it used to.
Really? That less?
You're just full. The same. Yeah. You just. After a while, you're just full.
Could you? I mean, I'm may sound crazy. Could you eat a full burger? Like, can you eat? Can you eat say Ziggy's Burger? They got a mushroom burger.
Probably not.
Really? It's just too.
I was never a burger guy. Oh. Like
right.
I don't like any sandwiches that have a lot of bread. So if it was like a thinner or whatever, I
like a smash burger.
I've always been that way. Well, no, I don't like them secondhand or anything. But
no, smash burgers are
that's
usually
just the
thinner.
meat, isn't it?
Yeah, they smash the patty.
I mean, I did that No, I like the burger part to be good, but the bread, like on a
If there's too
French
much bread,
dip and stuff,
yeah.
it's just so much bread. It's
He likes a
I
nice
feel
burger
like,
wrap.
I don't want.
I like wraps.
How could the bun be this big around, and then the meat
It's that-
part
yeah.
is all the good stuff's just right there?
Yeah.
Like I'll throw the bottom of, like, if I ever do a fast food or anything, there's like on a double cheeseburger, McDonald's or whatever, the bottom thing has nothing on it. A lot of times I'll just throw that away.
Oh, I get it. So you got an open face burger.
Yes, yeah.
You've done.
I just tastes better to me. I don't like a lot of bread.
Right on.
But I'll eat bread on its own for what it is, bread. Like
If you go to an Italian restaurant, the good bread.
Good bread.
Salvatore's and Vermilion got such good bread.
Yeah.
My mom told me,
And I don't like you.
that's a normal.
And you're a disappointment. Now get back in the basement.
It's such
Go eat the bread before the birds eat it all.
it's an everyday occurrence.
Go out in the driveway, collect your bread, and get in the basement.
That's it. It's not stale. It's toasted.
Damn, laughing at me the whole time. No, that I love, maybe because of my dad, that there was a lot of gravies, and I love butter bread, or we take a Hungarian banana pepper in the butter bread and kind of sop it up, which is probably the worst goddamn
Doesn't
thing
sound
for
healthy. It sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Like I love butter bread, real butter.
Yeah.
Wait
I don't
a
like
minute.
margarine. Remember margarine? Was
Yeah,
wait,
is that
or Olean? Remember that?
Oleo?
Isn't that the thing that made you get
Oleo.
leakage?
Yeah.
You got-
Olean was the anal leakage. Oleo was like margarine, but
Yeah,
it was
Olean
different.
was the deep for potato chips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's made everybody fart oil.
Yeah, it was loose stools.
Stop
Yeah.
it. What do you mean?
That warning on the can may
Wait a
cause
minute.
oily
Oh, yeah.
gas.
And
Yeah, it
anal
didn't last
seepage.
long.
What?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to try it.
Olean, it
'Cause I'm
didn't
like-
last long. Yeah.
And oily stools
Yeah.
and all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah.
It's nice that it was predictable.
Yeah.
You know,
Do they
instead
don't
of-
still make it?
No.
I don't know, but
No.
if
it
I
only
could find some.
lasted like a
A
little
month.
while.
It literally
Yeah.
was out like a month, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, every time I fart, I shit my pants now.
Yeah.
And
Underwear sales skyrocketed.
along with toilet paper and bidet sales.
and wet
Yeah.
those wet wipes.
Wet
Yes.
There's actually a Wayne would know this. There's a tuna. I can't remember which one, but it's so
Schooner
oily.
tuna, the tuna with a heart.
Yeah.
Tuna.
There's a tuna that they make
The fuck are you
sushi
talking about?
with,
Yeah.
but
Stop
it's
it.
not white or yellow tuna. It's a different, like, shitty tuna that you're not supposed to use.
Was it
Raspberry.
Well, that's like
penguin?
And its nickname is the Olestra fish because Olestra is what Olean was made from, the oil.
Get outta
And it's
here.
got that naturally in its body, so if you eat it, you shit.
Yeah. Well, that's like a
fart-
couple. I saw
Ooh.
something recently about like farm. Everybody's like farm raised ocean.
Yeah,
farm raised
right.
is horrible. They were showing the fish swimming around with like no bottom jaw,
Right.
genetically goofed up, and
Oh, yeah.
and holes in them, and they just shit in this big thing, and it kills all the surrounding habitat because
Right,
it's in
right.
the middle of like a bay or
Right,
a Bay of
right,
Fundy or
yeah.
whatever, and it's just this. You could fit 4 of these or 6 of them, these big circle things, and it's got a spreader on top that shoots out feed,
Oh wait.
and they swim around in circle. That's a salmon, farm raised
Right.
salmon, and it says wild raised or ocean. If it's not wild caught, it's not.
Don't
It's
eat
horrible. It's just like
So it's like a
and
fish farm.
They said
Yes.
they showed them frying it. Usually you look for the nice, like in salmon, a nice white, those white lines, and that's the
Right.
good fat. That's the stuff you take fish oil. That's
Okay, yeah.
great for your body.
In the fish.
Right.
In the fish.
Yeah, but it's gotten to the point where it's like they were taking a spatula and pushing down, and it was greasier than bacon.
Oh,
It was
God.
horrible.
What?
Like tilapia.
What were they
It's
feeding
the
it? Bacon?
worst thing you could eat. It's more grease and shit in it,
Tilapia?
saturated fat than bacon. Yeah, just look
Tilapia,
that
you're
up.
kidding.
Oh,
I'll be
tilapia is
damned.
like just junk fish.
Well, then you might as well keep getting your fish sandwiches from McDonald's, Ed.
Well, people think they're eating healthy by eating tilapia, and if you look at what it is and how it's written,
Which
it's
would be
just
the
horrible.
cod or halibut? Which
Like
would,
halibut, if you want to spend like $40 a pound, yeah.
well, what about
Just
what's
wild caught.
pollock?
Yeah.
Pollock?
Pollock.
There's
Jackson.
nothing wrong with those. Are good white fish. Like cod is good.
Look
Is that Michael's cousin?
Cod is good. Salmon's great, but
Yeah.
you got to watch the farm. After I saw this farm raised, it's a new like
Documentary or something?
documentary on
Yeah.
Netflix, and it's like something about what you eat or whatever.
Yeah.
It's new and it's really
Oh, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I just
really
started
good.
looking at that. I haven't watched all of it yet, but it's
Watch it and then tell me after you see these salmon floating around with the jaws pointed backwards and they're like barely swimming and people are like
catching them somehow.
Oh, just nasty.
They're the
nasty.
only fish
I will
with water
never eat
rings.
farm raised anything after this.
It's like Blinky from The Simpsons.
That's like the Fairlife. Isn't there a documentary about Fairlife, the milk?
Yes.
And the stuff. I guess it was horrible. I didn't even watch
No,
it.
wait,
Don't tell me I love Fairlife because it's lactose free.
Well,
I don't want to know.
I like
some of
almond
it
milk.
is.
He and I like
But I
almond
heard
milk.
it's really
Yeah.
the documentary on it is like you'll become a
What about
Vegan.
like the
Yeah.
the farmed like clams and oysters and stuff?
I know
well
about
they
that.
don't have feeling and stuff, so it's like a night crawler. Just eat all you wish.
Go ahead.
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't know how healthy they
Take
are.
all you want. Eat all you take.
Yeah.
No, what he's saying.
That
no.
was on a buffet at the Imperial Palace.
What,
True
Chuck,
story.
I know about what you just asked because I went into Giant Eagle. You love Giant Eagle. That
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. If I was going to get seafood, I normally would go to
Long John Silver's.
Not
You
like,
love Long John Silver's. Admit
I
it.
do too.
I do. Good.
I don't
I
like
do.
it.
Yes.
The only thing I like from
Especially
Long
with-
John Silver's is the fries.
Or the extra crunchy things that are left in the bottom.
You can
get
buy
those
those.
for free. You get them for free. They'll give them for free.
Oh, they'll give them for free now?
Yeah, you
used
just
to
say-
have to buy them.
say,
Like
Can
I
I
heard
get-
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I've talked about this before.
Crumbles.
They sell just the skin. Like a bucket of skin.
I did not know.
Oh,
Yes.
I would totally buy that every day.
With gravy, you
Yeah.
just dip it in the
Ooh,
gravy.
I'd make like a
Look
I'd make
at
a
you.
like a CLT out of it. Chicken
You'd
skin,
have chicken
lettuce,
skin
and
with
tomato.
bacon.
Oh.
With bacon, the chicken skin would be the bread.
CBLT.
It'd have bacon, lettuce, and tomato in the
Who
middle.
had that? Who had that?
It was
the
chick-
bun.
It was KFC. They had 3 patties
Yeah.
instead of a bun. It was
There was
chicken,
no bun.
chicken, and
it was a
chicken.
piece of chicken on top, stuff in the middle, and then a chicken on the bottom. And that was the
That
sandwich.
was the sandwich. We're like, that's not how sandwiches work.
Well, do you
Oh, that
remember
was
Taco
genius.
Bell had the chicken taco shell?
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
right. That just sounds
Like,
terrible.
Wait a second. I'm going to come back to the fish question, but you're telling me that you had a sandwich?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a piece of chicken on top, piece of chicken on the. It was breaded, and that was the sandwich.
You could get it grilled if you didn't want too much bread.
Right.
Do you know
Just,
that's
I'm not kidding. You could. You could
thank
get grilled or fried.
I remember
And it was
seeing the
chicken,
commercial.
chicken, and chicken, and
Usually-
cheese and lettuce.
Yeah. And usually
mayo.
you would leave
Right.
it in the wrapper because otherwise you're
You'd be holding
just-
chicken.
You're just holding this meat, you know?
I mean, I'm not opposed to
Genius.
that.
the only thing
For somebody that doesn't like bread on a sandwich,
right,
it was
the
perfect.
close.
Never had
For
one.
those people that are on that diet where they can't have bread.
Right.
Oh, this one isn't it. What I was going to say is I went. Remember Chazzy D?
Yeah.
Right. I know. I took Chazzy D. We went to the barbecue place, Moosehead.
Oh, right.
Went to
Moosehead.
the Moosehead over there, and they had a sandwich where the bun with the top and bottom was
grilled cheese.
grilled cheese sandwich.
I ate one of those.
Oh. Oh.
Hey,
You had one.
one time, and that's all it took for me to be like, I'm not going to get this again. It was delicious, but I felt like shit after eating half of it.
That's like I couldn't eat it melt.
I was going to say that.
I loved melt.
Everything at Melt is delicious, but it's like I'm only getting that once.
Yeah,
But it's
the,
so
the bread is an
good.
inch and a half thick
Yeah.
on top about it. It actually cut. It's like I was eating
uh,
Cheez-Its or Captain Crunch.
The
Like-
the problem with
was
melt with me
cut up.
is I would be shitting my pants before I even got my check.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone to Melt, but
Even
only,
with all the cheese.
Right.
I've only gone to the one that's over there by the
In Avon,
no.
they closed that one.
No, not that. Maybe it's the original that's
In Lakewood?
by the Einstein brothers
Yes,
or whatever.
Bagel Company, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah,
right.
that's
to
a
one
good
that
one.
was like in a Lakewoody type, but
Yeah.
it wasn't Lakewood. It was somewhere else.
That's the
But
only
it
one
was-
over there.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's right by Brewster's Bagels or
Right.
Einstein
Is it on
Bagels.
the corner?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
The
I went to
original
that
one in
thing, yeah.
Lakewood.
Yeah, that's the best one.
And then there
Yeah.
was the one in Avon that I don't think exists anymore. And
No.
then there's
Yeah.
the
Right.
one in by me in Independence.
Independence.
Which is huge. It's
And,
great. I like that one.
One
Yeah.
in University Circle.
Oh, there is one
Yeah,
down there.
no, I just this is when I think his name was Matt with the owner. That
Matt
he,
Fish, yeah.
He just had that when they were first starting. That's the farthest I've went, and they had what
That's
I
the
liked.
farthest your truck would make it.
Just all bread. I mean,
Well,
I just,
it's a lot of cheese, and I had the mushroom, and they threw in little extras in there. But it was so gooey. That's the part that for me,
yeah.
you know, well, it's good to a point, dude.
ahead, I'm
that
listening.
much cheese is a plugger, though. Doesn't it plug you up?
It
I
didn't-
love cheese.
It didn't while I was sitting there. Maybe a day later, but now while I was sitting there, it's like, oh,
Right.
time to go.
Well, but on to the fish subject, that I went to Giant Eagle, and
You took Chazzy D.
Oh wait, that was something. That was no. It was a side note that he had that sandwich.
Oh, okay.
No, I went to Giant Eagle to get seafood because now I only get it over at Polanski's or I get it at
Arctic's.
No, I never thought
Polanski's has seafood.
Polanski's, you can buy
frozen.
Okay.
You can buy
I know
shrimp.
Fligner's has some good stuff.
Fligner's.
And they have cold water lobster tail, which is.
Do you ever go to
Don't ever buy warm.
I didn't know that.
Go to Arctic's.
We used to get perch.
I never thought of Arctic's.
Their perch sandwiches are amazing
My
at Arctic's.
company was over kind of
Yeah.
like.
Oh, that's right,
We would,
yeah.
we would get perch.
That's right by the lake.
And
That's on Colorado.
I would get the platter, no sandwich. Everybody get a sandwich. They're like, we got 3 pieces. I was like, yeah, I got the platter. It has 6.
You're kidding.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good perch.
And it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Is that the place that if you go perching afterwards, you can take it up there and they'll clean it and do all that shit for you?
I don't know about that.
couple
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
it does. I think they do the what do they call it? Not dressing it. Just processing.
Fish cleaning?
Yeah,
Fish
they
cleaning.
process
Thank you.
it.
Thank you, Wade.
Yeah.
It's like, because I used to go perching with my buddy and we'd stop, and I think that was where we went to in Avon. We'd pull
No,
up,
this
you
is,
just hand them a fucking bucket.
Sheffield,
Yeah.
or-
No,
they
this is
clean it.
Lorraine on Colorado.
That's how
and,
they all work. You drop your cooler
Right.
off and you come back and.
And they charge you, or they'll take like 5% for a lower fee or something like
Right,
that.
right,
That way they can
right.
make their
There's
sandwiches.
places in Vermilion like that. There's another one right by the old Ford plant.
Is that still there?
Yes.
They used to do
Yeah,
that.
right on.
And sell it too.
Yeah, right, there used to be not the union.
US
it was,
Saloon.
It was the
Something like-
saloon.
yeah.
US Saloon.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
Oh, yeah.
So when I went to Giant Eagle and I was asking this cat because I would rather ask. They call him a fishmonger. Is that what the name?
I don't think at Giant Eagle it is.
They call him Bill.
They call them,
Technically.
yeah. They call them produce.
Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
We got a question for Fish here.
Fill and meat. That's it. There's no. Yeah.
Well, he seemed like he knew what he was saying. What he was saying.
Attention shoppers, we have a guy asking a question about fish. Attention shoppers, anybody know anything about fish?
Again, fish. Yeah.
Is there a doctor on the plane?
So the guy told me because
And I don't like you.
do you know my mom?
He's like, yes, I do.
He told me kind of what he was saying that because they had a sale. They always had a sale on the peel and eat that's already
The shrimp?
cooked. Then you can also get the tiger ones that are they still have the
Claws?
yeah everything kind of on the shrimp,
Yeah.
the shell and everything.
The tail.
Then you got to cook
The
it.
fingernail?
fingernail on it. And I said, "Hey man, can I ask you a question? Which is the better of these deals on it?" He looked at it and he goes, "Don't get those. Get these." I said, "Why?" He said, "Anything that is farm raised, farm raised." He said they take dead bodies, not like human bodies,
Yeah.
but they take like fish and stuff. Even shrimp. They grind it up and then feed the shrimp to the shrimp.
Well, what do you think they eat in in nature?
Yeah.
That's what
It's
they
chum.
eat.
Shrimp don't
It's
eat
not like
shrimp.
cannibalistic shrimp gone wild.
Shrimp are bottom feeders.
They'll eat
Yeah,
anything.
they'll
Shit,
eat- they'll eat-
garbage.
They don't eat themselves.
They
Yes,
eat the corn out of whale
They're
shit.
scavengers. They're not.
You ever seen a dead shrimp in the bottom of the ocean? There's a reason for that. Because the other ones, when they die, eat it. Same with crab.
They clean up the
Right.
They have like Jacques Cousteau down there. See a
and matter
cow.
of fact, if they grind up, unless it was diseased or something, I would think that would be better food
That's why
than the
he said-
grain and
Right.
Yeah. Well,
corn-based
That's
food
why he said
feed that they would
don't.
throw in there.
He said don't, because if they have something and they're just turning it into chum that they're feeding to these critters, it's in there.
Wait till Ed hears what pigs eat.
I think Phil's dumb.
See, wait a minute.
Phil's got fired.
Oh, what is Phil doing in the store? He was let go 2 weeks ago.
Phil's in hosiery now.
And get his smock from him.
He fell into the tank, now only has one arm, so he can only stalk.
They fed him to the shrimp.
Yeah, he has a personal vendetta. That's why he brought that up.
He's standing there with one arm missing.
Yeah.
He's like, don't get those fuckers.
See the bite pattern?
They're mine.
This one got me. It's a tiger. It's
That
a
one
tiger.
right there, you can see by the look in his eye.
It's like
got-
Fort Lauderdale tiger
He's got
shrimp.
a million little tiny little bite marks.
We're gonna need
Yeah.
a bigger boat.
That's it.
Need
Yeah.
a bigger boat.
See
You're going
my
to need a
toe?
bigger net.
See that toe? Hermit crab. Fort Myers.
Dude, now wait a minute.
82.
Crab. I've never.
You've had crabs.
No, I've had. I've had crabs. I've had crabs. You do in the 7 fishes is escargot or anything
That's
like that?
snail. We don't do that
It's
anymore.
any
but it's,
7,
it's
right?
it's
clams, mussels.
Yeah, it could be any
lobster.
7 fishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I now.
Yeah, they used to do.
Don't you feel weird saying fishes?
Yeah.
When you
It just sounds funny.
When you were shucking,
It's not like shrimps.
When you were
Shucking
shucking,
oysters, right?
did you ever do escargot? Did you ever do the large?
No, those are snails.
Snails are
I did-
escargot. Yeah.
Well, I mean, did
Oysters.
Yeah.
you don't shuck a snail.
I don't think you eat snail raw.
No,
I don't.
no, but you
I don't
cook them
know.
live.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
And then you pull them
Yeah.
out of their shell.
Yeah.
Right. And,
Wait.
or
Well, they kind of come out
like
on
if
their
you
own.
go to a restaurant, usually they have like a really good garlic bread and like a broth, almost like a clam broth that they make, and they have this serving plate. It looks like a revolver. It's like it looks like a cylinder,
Like a
It's like-
six-shooter?
yeah, it's about this big and it's thick and it can be baked. It's like a double wall, so it's like
Yeah.
porcelain, whatever.
Because I've never had escargot.
And it's got like maybe 5-6 spots, like a little dugout thing, and they put a little garlic and butter and they put it in there and then they'll bake it, maybe even like some Parmesan
In
or
there.
whatever. Yeah, and it comes out, it's hot, everything.
Not in the
That's one
shell.
way. It's not, no, that's Oyster Rockefeller. Something like they whip it up with
The snails will
spinach and-
crawl out of their shell in the pan and try to get away.
Yeah, that's always a problem.
It's true. I can remember my grandma trying to
really?
scoop them back in for real.
Oh, well, I didn't.
Not
I
in the
wasn't
shell,
part of
just
that. I
back
would
into the
not be
pan
part of this.
or the pan. Yeah,
She's
No.
to get him in a full Nelson.
Oysters, you got them. They can't go anywhere.
yeah. The snails would try to get out.
Yeah.
You got to be
No,
kidding me.
But I think I said this before. My grandpa would take the shells and make necklaces out of them for us.
yeah.
And as we were kids, we thought
Yeah.
that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
So I've never had. I've had like say the exotic. If you want to say caviar, I've had that, which is
Big Macs.
Yeah.
Big-
I've had some good caviar.
Yeah, caviar. Now I don't
very
even
good.
think.
I only had it one time and I wasn't a fan.
Well, I had it on a cracker with like cream cheese
Yes,
and like
yeah.
a
I don't
shallot.
think can you get that anymore, caviar? Or is
It's
it,
illegal.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Oh, I was like, no shit.
No, it is. I
We
thought
painted our house, all the
In
doors.
caviar.
We painted our house. Samantha changed it. All the trim baseboards, the crown molding, and the doors, all the wood, essentially
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
trim,
yeah.
and we painted it, and the color is caviar. So it's like
Really
almost
salty.
like a headphone color.
Right.
Yeah.
That.
because
So it's almost black.
I thought caviar because is made from beluga.
Beluga.
Beluga. Okay, thank you.
Well,
Beluga.
that's one brand,
Right.
one type.
That's the premium
There's caviar.
Russian beluga caviar.
Yeah,
Beluga
fish,
whales?
fish roe, flying fish
Right.
egg is
Right.
used in sushi a lot. Was it Tomigo or Tobago
I
or whatever?
don't
and now they
know.
use
But,
Pop
sturgeon.
Incorporated.
But
use
you can
sturgeons.
have caviar that's like salmon egg
Right.
too, I think. But I don't like the big pieces. It's
Are
almost
they
like
almost
that-
like elderberries?
yeah. Was that no? What's
Elderberries are smaller
what's
than
that
salmon roe.
kid
Really?
stuff? It's like it pops in your mouth.
Pop
It's like-
rocks?
Pop rocks.
No. It's like jelly.
You're,
like
you're thinking about the boba tea.
yeah,
Oh,
whatever that
yeah,
is.
like
yeah.
boba
It's
tea.
kind
Or
of
like
like that. Yeah. But they
It's tapioca or something.
It is.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
very. It's
well, there's
very
like a fruit
similar
drink
texture.
one with like
Right.
these little balls in it, and they're
Yeah.
like fruit juice or
Yeah,
something in
there's,
them.
That's called a typical Saturday at Ed's.
That's right.
there's two types of boba. One is the tapioca, and the other one is the kind he's talking about that pops.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like a tapioca. I don't know what the
Flavored.
cell is made out of, but it's got liquid inside it. So
Is that what boba tea is? Is the balls
Yeah.
are tapioca?
Yeah.
All right. I wondered what those were.
Yeah.
yeah, but you have had escargot.
Oh, sure, yeah. I didn't prepare it, or I went to a restaurant that had it.
Right. I thought it was raw.
I lived with an executive chef, and he turned me on to a lot of things that I never would have tried.
Normally try.
Double anal.
And yeah. Oh, I know. I start getting the sweats when I see that thing. But no, yeah, he's a dear friend, and he's
Do you
Do you keep in touch with him?
yeah,
Oh, right on.
do you eat the whole like when you eat an oyster?
shell and all.
It actually cleans your teeth while you're
Good
eating
calcium. Yeah.
It's a crunchy. It's a little crunchy.
This one's a little underdone.
It's like honeycombs. Just tears up the roof of your mouth.
Right.
And they'll never get soggy in milk.
No.
No matter how long they soak.
Do you like when you eat oysters?
I'm
you
not an
eat,
oyster guy. That's all Wayne's department.
You eat the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
Pop it open, suck it down.
right. Now I could almost if they're fried or cooked, that's fine. But with the other part of it, the escargot, do you eat
The whole
Same
thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah, it's the whole.
you chew it up.
Try to discriminate or between the. It's all the same. It's the same
It's just
blobby
like
thing.
Right.
Yeah, there's
It's
no like arm leg.
Dark gray green
no,
blob.
There's no breast.
I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna get a wing.
It's just a thing.
they're eggs. They're just eggs. It's a single cell. That's it.
Wait a minute. Does
It's an
escargot?
amoeba.
Don't make it into an omelet.
No,
amoeba.
escargot is not a single cell.
Escargot though, you're not gonna get a wing or a leg, thigh.
You're not gonna say flats.
You might get a little might get a little
Can I have all
antennae.
flats? Extra charge.
She goes, sure.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, it's $5 extra.
Instead of a smash burger, a smash snail.
Oh God! Well, I know we're over here.
Yeah, now you
Audience-
got to get going.
I know,
Smash
it's
cargo.
audience members. Again, remember, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for all the things you do. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is latenightwithedmoney.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life.
What?
Real people having conversations about life.
There you go.
Remember to listen to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
We'll see ya.
You got a big, big toilet, Chuck. Wow.
I paid extra for it. I got an XXL.
We got to say something. I got to figure out something for Jeffrey Neutron. Get something.
I got something for him.
What's that? Something about always, like I always say, bring up the rear. Got to figure out something for Jeffrey Neutron.
Boulevard?
Jeffrey Neutron.
Jeffrey cul-de-sac.
And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check is Bueno Bueno.
See ya. Thanks. Yep.
He's so
Have
cool
you ever
looking.
had a dream that you want
Is that me telling a story?
Yes.
so much you could do anything.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't even think you ever finished the urine story.
No,
Like,
but we'll do it next
Yeah.
week. Audience members, we're going to be leaving with Far Shade, In Love With You. Check that out. Check out any links, anything we talk about. Just say hello to the people. We appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter any way that you can. Always remember that you are somebody, and don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere. And after that, we are out of here.
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.